pick a hero. Radiant team ban. Oh!
Alright everybody, welcome to the shotcast of the ProDota 2 National Cup. Today's matchup is between the Team United States, which is represented by North American team Stratus Gaming, and the nation of Sweden, represented by numerous Swedish players. This game is being cast behind the actual stream. We're working on a, I believe, 2-minute delay. The regular stream is over at hitbox.com/ProDotaEU. If you'd rather be watching that.
10 seconds left to pick a hero.
Yeah, there's 5 seconds left now. Well, what do you know? It's reserve time.
So I'm not entirely sure what's going on here in the captain zone. We seem to have blank space here between all 4 of Sweden's heroes, and then we have 2 blanks between Stratos' heroes. I'm not quite sure if this is a bug that commonly occurs in Reborn, but either way, moving on with it, looks like a pretty standard draft coming out of Stratos with the Dazzle pickup and the Shadow Fiend. Not too many changes were made to these heroes in 6.85. I don't think any changes were made to the Shadow Fiend. Dazzle, however, did get a slight buff to his Poison Touch. We're seeing a little bit of more playing to the 6.85 perceived meta draft from Sweden, what with the pickup of the Ogre Magi and the Tiny. Tiny did get some good buffs to his intelligence and I believe strength gain in the most recent patch. Small tweak to Winter Wyvern, small tweak to Gyrocopter, and Ogre Magi recently got a Bloodlust buff that allows him to play that on, or cast that on towers, excuse me. So we will see how that works. I'm working with a limited view of the heroes here, as I can't see 2 heroes for Stratos and 1 for Sweden. But it is indicating that a hero is there, as BSJ and Logarn have both chosen these respective blank spaces. Frozen, gonna be on the Jakiro. Jakiro receiving a slight buff to the Ice Path, just a little bit more range. So here we are, here's Team Sweden. It seems that their other pickup was the Darkseer. We're going to see Eris Loco taking the Darkseer on the offlane. And it looks like possibly going to be a dual lane mid, not quite sure, with the Ogre, Frigolette on the Winter Wyvern, Trilly on the Gyrocopter in the safe lane, and Eskill on the Tiny. Could possibly be a Tiny mid. Meanwhile, for Team USA, we have Irony on the Dazzle. We have Lokarn on Slardar, interesting pickup. We have Frozen on the Jakiro. We have Banana Slam Gemma on the Animage. And Slayer on the Shadow Fiend.
30 seconds until
Players exchanging good luck, have funds. And it looks like we might see our first blood here in contest for the bottom bounty rune. BSJ steps up, doesn't know what awaits him on the other side of the river. He's coming in a little close there. Now he sees what's going on. He doesn't have anything skilled. All the players simply at a standoff. Eskill moves forward towards BSJ. It looks like he's just going to decide to forego this route, possibly. Still nothing skilled. Darkseer and Tiny taking up positions around the rune. And Eskill is going to get that bounty rune. Meanwhile, Lokarn moving top. It looks like Chilry is just going to stand there and let him take the rune. So bounty rune's going the way of either team. looks like we are going to have a Tiny in the mid lane against the Shadow Fiend. Top lane is going to be Lokarn offlaning the Slardar against the combined forces of Gyrocopter and Winter Wyvern. Bottom lane, BSJ currently going it alone against the Darkseer and the Jakiro. And then Ogre Magi, or excuse me, Jakiro, Frozen, and BSJ operating together, the Jakiro and the Anti-Mage. Against the Ogre Magi and the Darkseer. We find ourselves at an awkward pause, Frozen down to below half health. Is affected by the Ignite slow and is taking damage from the Ion Shell. Could we see our first blood? I don't really think that BSJ is in any position to do anything here besides body block for his teammate. Frozen has activated a Tango, so that will afford him some regen. Is it going to be enough for him to get away? BSJ moving in is going to deter the enemy team enough to save his teammate. Meanwhile, top lane, Lokarn exchanging blows with the Winter Wyvern, played by Frigolite. Still just exchanging blows here in the jungle. Gyrocopter decides to join the fray. Oh, no, he decides to turn around. Frigolite better be careful here. Lokarn looking to get himself a kill. Gyrocopter threatening to intervene if Frigolite's health drops a little too low. Meanwhile, bottom lane. Steph style, the Ogre Magi. Looking to help his teammate secure the bottom rune here. The bounty group going the way of Erlesko on the Darkseer. Oh no, Irony getting caught out, pulling the creeps. Frozen's gonna step in and help out his teammate. No ice path up on the Jakiro. Slightly scary moment for Irony there. Happy to have his teammate nearby. Lokarn still exchanging blows with the Winter Wyvern, just trying to stay in XP range here in this off lane. And it looks like we're starting off with a fairly sizable advantage for Team Sweden. I believe this is Team Sweden. With Chilry, Eskill, and Erlesko. Hold that thought, Frigolite pops the Arcane Burn. Arctic Burn, excuse me. Doing a little bit of damage to Lokarn. Lokarn doesn't choose to throw down the stun, doesn't think he can get the damage in before Gyrocopter comes to join the fight. He's gonna turn on his salve, heal up, and just continue soaking in that experience. Does not want to be forced out of lane. Not looking to take any chances here. Oh, he's gonna sprint forward. He's gonna be able to bash both Trilly and Frigolite. But with the Rocket Barrage coming out of the Gyrocopter, decides to back off. Meanwhile, mid lane, we see this Ogre wrapping around, looking for Slayer. Is he going to be found out? He's hiding. Not sure if he sees Irony here or not. Ogre Magi just going to stand in the trees. Thought he might have been seen, but he was not. So at some point he will return to safety. top lane. Winter Wyvern is gone. It's possible that Lokar can sense this, wondering if he wants to go on the gyrocopter with the Dazzle here. Dazzle gonna come out, try to force the gyrocopter out of lane, get Lokar some farm. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Frozen being caught out while trying to pull the creep by Ogre Magi, and that's gonna be our first blood, it seems. Perhaps not. No, that is first blood. Not with the advantage, though, due to the time constraints, I believe. But nonetheless, Frozen's Jakiro falls to the combined forces of Aralesco's Darkseer and Step Styles. Ogre Magi.
Tiger's top tower is under attack.
Meanwhile, top lane, Lokar trying to catch out Friggly here. Drops the stun. Friggly going to cast Arctic Burn and soar above the trees, trying to get away, and he will. A missed opportunity for Team USA, though. Still imposing their presence in the lane, at least puts a little bit of fear into the Swedish players. Lets them know that they can't completely dominate this lane just yet. Team Sweden is doing an excellent job of controlling these runes and boarding up the Radiant side. They have excellent vision of the jungle, making sure no rotations come in that Tiny's not aware of.
Radiant middle tower is under attack.
This ward here also makes them very aware of what's going on in their off lane. They're doing a really good job with these wards, helping to protect their key players here. Ogre Magi rotating through the river is not going to be seen by Lokarn or Irony. He's going to be pinged out. He's wrapping around. He's going to throw down the stun on Lokarn. The call down's coming out from the gyrocopter. Drops the rocket barrage. Lokarn looking like he's going to go down. He does. Frozen TP's in, but it's not going to do a load of good. Irony going down to the right clicks of the Winter Wyvern as well. And Team Sweden taking a 3-kill lead on Team USA, and Chilry's going to get away. Excuse me, Trilly is going to get away with 135 health. Lokarn TPing into the middle lane. Is it possible that he's going to... Looks like he might be switching off here with the Shadow Fiend, possibly. Going to secure himself the regen rune, and no, he's just going to move back to the top lane. As Slayer moves to the jungle to farm up these stacks that Irony has left for him. Slayer currently leading the team, or excuse me, leading the game in net worth. No kills have yet gone the way of Team United States. BSJ and Slayer leading the way in terms of last hits and denies. And in terms of levels. So the primary carry players of Team USA are sitting atop the hero levels and the last hits chart. But that net worth chart is showing pretty much all of Team Sweden above Team USA. Frozen gonna spot out Aralesco, stealing the small camp stack. Right before stack time. We have 3 players grouped up in the middle lane for Team Sweden, looking like they want to push on this tier 1 tower a little bit. No TPs coming out of Team USA. It seems that they're just content to let Team Sweden whack on this tower a little bit. Oh, no, here comes Irony and Slayer. Frigolit's going to pop Arctic Burn and move away as quickly as he can. Meanwhile, top lane, BSJ getting caught out by Tiny and Trillian. He's going to go down to the rocket barrage of the Gyrocopter for a double kill. Seems Lokarn also fell at the hands of Gyrocopter, and that's going to be a double kill for Trilly, who's now 3-0. A 5-kill lead for Team Sweden, and this does not look good for USA.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Oh man, what? Get up on out of here, because Radiant just fortified their structure.
Gyrocopter also getting the last hit on that tower.
Oh, Radiant's bottom tower.
Looks like that's going to be his Helm of the Dominator at 11 minutes, along with Phase Boots and an Aquila. He will just continue to farm away. 3 kills, no deaths. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Step Style moving into the jungle. Possibly looking to... Oh, no, he's just going to place a ward. Wants to know what's going on down here in between towers, looking like they may possibly want to set up some type of gank down here on BSJ and be able to push in this tower. And 2 for 1, Frigoly going to spot out this double damager, and Tiny's going to come right away to snag it. And it looks like they're going to try to make this rotation down onto BSJ, but this ward's going to allow him to see that coming, and he's going to try to get away as fast as he can. And with this ward placed here by Team Sweden, they're going to be able to see that no help is coming, so if they do want to dive BSJ under tower, he might have his hands full. Eskil looming in the jungle behind the tier 1 middle tower. Frozen possibly going to scout him out here. He is going to find him. Tiny's going to pop the double damager and miss on his avalanche.
You might as well save that energy, because Radiant just fortified their structures.
So now he's tasked with possibly having to do something with this double damager and try to go on this Jakiro here. And he's going to pop the drums, try to get to him as fast as he can. Stun comes out and the toss, and he's going to get him to go down. Irony. Oh no! He got slightly blocked up there by BSJ, allowing stand-in Eskil there to get the kill. A double kill for the Tiny. Frigolite roaming through the jungle. They have really done an excellent job of warding up around these tier 1 towers. Really a lot of map control coming out of Team Sweden. And in comes Lokarn, wanting to give chase to this Tiny. Full rotation coming out from Team Secret. Looks like 3 people are going to get caught in the call down. Gyrocopter chasing from behind. He's going to catch out Irony. Irony looked like he's going to go down to the rocket barrage. No, he pops the shallow grave. It's going to be enough. It's going to be enough to save his life. Aralesco trying to drag Slayer back into the reach of the Gyrocopter. Gyrocopter with the rocket barrage. He's going to take down Slayer. His ult's going to do quite a bit of damage, but the Darkseer and his mech, along with the cold embrace of Winter Wyvern, is going to be enough to keep Trilly alive, and they're going to take that tier 1 tower. So 1 kill going the way of Team Sweden on a key player of Team USA and getting the tier 1 tower. And although the kill count is rather minimal, things do not look good for Team USA. Frigolite has Arcane Boots up. Tiny's presence in lane is going to be enough to force BSJ out here. It's Shadow Blade up on Tiny. Looking like Tiny's going to be their initiator here. Meanwhile, top lane, Slayer in the midst of a call down, trying to take out Trilly. Going to be kept alive by the mech from the Darkseer, and the damage from the Ion Shell and Trilly's Rocket Barrage is just going to be too much, and Slayer loses his life once again.
This isn't an accident now.
Bottom lane, looks like BSJ manages to get away from a gank from Escrow. Thanks to a good rotation in from Irony on the Dazzle. Escrow going to pick up a Haste Rune. Gyrocopter already with his Yacht Shop here, going to be farming this huge Ancient stack. Not going to be seen by the Radiant team. Mid lane, 3 grouped up. Slardar throws out the Amplified's damage onto Eskil.
Tower is under attack. Oh, Radiant's top tower is under attack.
BSJ falling to an Invis Tiny Avalanche Toss combo, albeit hasted. $479 gold going the way of Team Sweden. Team USA just looking a little dead out here. Meanwhile, top lane wall has gone down from Darkseer. Lokarn, low health, getting caught in the call down. That's another kill for Trilly. Slayer's stepping up, trying to mow down this creep wave. Ice Path coming out of Frozen. Poison Touch going down. Trilly just going to back up behind this wall. And it looks like Team USA is going to have to retreat. Mid lane, Frigolite with a wave of creeps coming after BSJ. BSJ still only treads no Battle Fury, no Vlads.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh, not good.
Eskil looking like he wants to push the bottom tower. Lokarn not going to be able to do much to stop him unless he gets some rotations. Here comes Lokarn and Irony. Or excuse me, just Irony, Lokarn. Lokarn was there to begin with. And it looks like all of Team Sweden is going to make this rotation down and try to knock down this Tier 2 bottom tower. Point booster coming out to the Ogre Magi. Now it looks like they're going to use this push to help them secure Roshan. The Radiant team does not have vision of the Roche pit. But certainly with the lack of Team Sweden's presence on the map for an extended period of time, this won't come as too much of a surprise to them, but they are not going to be able to do anything to contest it, even if they knew.
By the Dire. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Aegis going the way of Tiny. Gem coming out of Winter Wyvern. Really, Team Sweden is really looking to take their map control even further now. Looking to de-ward and remove all of the vision of Team USA. Ice Path catching out Seth style. 3 TPs coming out of Team Sweden to protect this Tier 1 top tower, and it looks like Team USA is just going to back off. Possibly Frozen getting caught out by the gyrocopter here. He lays down the Ice Path, isn't going to catch him. Gyrocopter dropping the call down. BSJ jumping right back into the damaging blast. Winter's Curse coming down, and Trilly just going to be able to clean up Team USA, going down to the ult of Slayer from the low ground. A small consolation kill. 1,000 gold going the way of Slayer. Here comes S-Kill. Invised up, trying to catch Slayer. Slayer has no mana. Avalanche goes down. Looking for the toss. Locard coming in with the stun, and the damage from Slayer is just going to be too much. Popping the Aegis on Tiny. But here comes the rest of Team Sweden, and it looks like Team USA is going to be able to back off. Irony managing to TP out in the trees. They do lose BSJ and Frozen, but they did manage to get a kill on the gyrocopter. 1,000 gold going the way of Slayer. So, a small spark of life coming out from Team USA in an otherwise bleak situation. Locard, no Blink Dagger, building a Force Staff. Wonder if he sees Lesco. He's just gonna TP out. Doesn't know who's around him.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Point booster coming out to Tiny. Meanwhile, in the jungle, Irony getting caught out by the gyrocopter. He's gonna pop the Shallow Grave, but it doesn't look like it's gonna do him any good. He's trying to get to the neutral creeps, but he's not gonna be able to. The call down and the damage coming out from the gyrocopter is just absolutely too much. The map control by Team Sweden is just absolutely absurd. They're pretty much able to waltz about this entire map with impunity, not really having to worry about ever running into Team USA in any sort of surprise fashion. They don't really have to worry about getting ganked. They have almost complete control of this map, and the opposite for Team USA is just an incredibly hard way to play the game, not being able to know if you can even go beyond your towers, really limiting your farm. In the jungle, Lokarn looking like he's going to be caught out by Esco. He is. Avalanche toss going down, and there goes Lokarn. Dead as a door now. Frozen going to be caught out by Steph style. Ice Path and Macropie are going to get laid down before he dies. 2 more kills going the way of Team Sweden. And it looks like they're going to turn this into a push, and they're just going to take this tier 2 tower uncontested. And that's the kind of map control that I'm talking about. Is you can see here that there's not really much defensive vision for the Radiant team. This entire portion of the map is blank to them. Whereas, to Team Sweden, they have a pretty clear picture of what's going on in the opposing jungle and in their bottom lane. So with a ward placement for Team United States being up here, very aggressive in the top lane, behind the tower and in the jungle, they're looking for their opportunities, but they're neglecting their own safety. Wyvern doing a little bit of de-warding, taking away any defensive vision that Team USA can muster. Meanwhile, top lane, call down, trying to deter Slayer. He's not going to be able to get this tower. They're going to pop the glyph and they're going to force him away. Lesco trying to get him back. Tiny going to jump forward, throw down the avalanche, toss him back to his teammates, and Slayer going down. BSJ's got to be really careful. He's going to be able to TP out, it seems. His Team Sweden frantically looking for him, just hungry for more kills. And it looks like the top tier 2 tower is going to go the same way as the bottom, completely uncontested. Things do not look good here for Team USA. Slayer still 20 seconds. Weave coming out of Dazzle, trying to get some negative armor on these guys if they choose to engage. Tier 3 tower, or Tier 4, Tier 3 tower, going down. Very quickly to the right clicks of Tiny, and there goes the ranged racks. And it looks like Team USA is going to try to step up and defend their melee racks, not wanting that to go down. But that is still going to be a tower, a Tier 3 tower gone, and a 1 racks for Team Sweden. BSJ trying to take the bottom Tier 1 tower as some sort of consolation prize, but that is just not going to do them a load of good right now. Being out-leveled and predominantly out-farmed, and they're definitely being outplayed in terms of the kill count. Butterfly, 26 minutes coming out on the gyrocopter. Solar Crest up on the Winter Wyvern. And soon to be an Assault Cuirass on the Tiny. And I'm not really sure if there's anything that Team USA can do right now. BSJ not knowing he's running into an invisible Tiny. Stuns come out. Toss is thrown down. And that's another death for BSJ. Another kill for the Tiny. And the GGs come out. 27 minutes. Only 1 Tier 3 down. Irony says enough is enough. And it looks like Team USA just wants to scoop and head on to the next game. So Team Sweden's going to take this game and take a 1-0 lead against Team USA. And poor Team USA, only 2 kills to 17, I believe. They're going to have to rethink their strategy. And hopefully be able to combat Team Sweden's match control in the next match. Otherwise, if it goes anything like this game, it's going to be an incredible 2-0 stomp for Team Sweden as they just roll through the round-robin portion of the ProDota National Cup. So that's it for game 1, and we will take a short break and be back at the start of game 2. And we're back with Game 2 of the ProDota 2 National Cup, Sweden versus the United States. First ban coming out of Team Sweden is the Batrider. Understandable Batrider, looking like he's going to be fairly effective coming back in 6.85. The first ban coming out of Team USA is the Ogre Magi, not wanting to face that type of tanky support with a good stun again, and then the Ember Spirit ban coming out of Team USA as well. Not interested in having such a high damage mobile carry on the opposing team. The Winter Wyvern picked up again by Team Sweden, did very well for them in the last game, very powerful support. Looking possibly like they want to go for another type of a lockdown strategy.
5 seconds, Morty. It'll be fine.
Reserve time.
So I'll be interested to see what the first pickup is for Team USA, especially after that last game. It's a complete stump, lacking a lot of lockdown on the team. Team also seemed to be lacking a lot of direction. Incredible map control coming out from Team Sweden, so whether or not Team USA has realized some of those faults remains to be seen, but hopefully we will have some evidence of that here in this draft. The Undying is the first pick for Team USA. Undying did receive a pretty sizable nerf. Aghanim Scepter no longer buffs his Flesh Golem ability. It now buffs his Decay ability. The Tombstone now goes down to a certain number of hits by heroes or creeps. The numbers differentiate, but it's similar to Phoenix's Egg. I believe at level 1 it only takes 3 right-click hits from heroes to bring it down, and then the Soul Rip can only heal it in hit increments, so 1, 2, or 3. So Undying and the Night Stalker, Dalinar, coming out for Team USA. So it looks like Team USA has decided that they don't want to try and sit back and farm and win the late game. It looks like they're going to want to be aggressive up front, possibly playing with a chip on their shoulder after getting rolled in the last game. So Night Stalker and Undying coming out as the first 2 picks for Team USA, and possibly hoping to send Team Sweden here for a loop on deciding what their opponents are trying to do with these 2 incredibly aggressive pickups.
Hey, Morty, guess what time it is?
I don't know, Rick. What is it?
It's reserve time.
So Team Sweden sticking with a lineup similar to that of the last game. Pick up the Gyrocopter again. Gyrocopter doing very well in combination with the Winter Wyvern, the Call Down, and the Curse, plus the Gyro's ability. Flak Cannon, Rocket Barrage, dealing out a lot of damage in an AoE style.
Dire team ban.
The Dragon Knight ban coming out from Team Sweden. And the Darkseer ban coming out from the United States. And a Death Prophet ban coming out from Team Sweden. So it's looking like Team Sweden's not interested in being aggressively pushed. So it's possible this time around Team Sweden wants to be the team to turtle as opposed to team fight. So they're looking to keep aggressive lane pushers away from Team United States in an effort to hide behind their towers and farm in hopes that they can squash this aggressive early game lineup from Team United States. It looks like Team United States has realized this, and they ban out the Doom, so it's possible that they're about to pick a hero that They don't want silencer. They're not interested in dealing with tanky utility style heroes.
Reserve time.
I wouldn't be surprised to see a Venomancer pickup from Team United States, going with the theme of incredible aggression. Venomancer, very aggressive support. With that Venomous Gale lasting a little bit longer, maybe less effective for aggression in terms of overall speed of kill, but still powerful nonetheless. A Witch Doctor coming out for Team United States. Probably the safer pickup. Witch Doctor with the Paralyzing Cask. Get multiple stuns off. The AoE. Maledict.
Dire team pick.
And of course the Death Wardle Brewmaster pick coming out of Team Sweden. Interesting, Brewmaster did get a fairly good buffs and reworks in the latest patch. I'm wondering if we will see this hero in the mid lane for Team Sweden. It's entirely possible. But the Brewmaster possibly good in disjointing some of those stuns, really good at not necessarily blinking away like an anti-mage or Queen of Pain, or illusioning away like a Phantom Lancer. Still rather good at escaping ganking scenarios. And another aggressive, or possibly aggressive, hero coming out of Team United States is the Wind Ranger. Obviously really good at ganking, but can also transition into a tower pusher and semi-carry.
5 seconds, Morty. It'll be fine.
So Team USA really trying to keep Team Sweden in the dark on what kind of carry that they want, unless the Night Stalker is going to pick up that role. And Team USA is simply going for some type of all-in build. This draft seemingly a lot stronger than the last one. Last pick here coming out of Team Sweden before the next phase of bans. Team Sweden possibly looking to pick up a second support here. Though it's possible that they go ahead and pick up their offlane or mid laner, not knowing what the carry of Team USA is going to be. Only 10 seconds left into their reserve time. A Tuskar pickup, so it looks like Tuskar possibly going to be in the offlane. Just a few small nerfs for the Tuskar. But they do go ahead and pick up their offlane. They're going to reserve that support pick to hopefully deal with the final pick of Team USA. Whether or not that's going to be a support or a carry pickup remains a mystery to me.
Hey, Morty, guess what time it is?
I don't know, Rick. What is it?
It's reserve time.
Team USA dipping into the reserve time for this last ban. They want to think really carefully about what heroes are still out there that could affect their next pick. The Broodmother gets banned out. And a Huskar ban coming out of Team Sweden, so possibly thinking that Team USA is going for an all-in build and would want that Huskar to fill out the lineup in possibly the mid or the off lane. Team United States with about 18 seconds here left to get this final hero in.
5 seconds, Morty. It'll be fine.
And it's a Wraith King pickup from Team United States, so no agility heroes in their lineup. 3 strength heroes, 2 intelligence heroes, 3 melee, 2 ranged. Wraith King possibly going to be a support here. He's a rather large body with a second life. He's providing the vampiric aura to his teammates, and he has a fairly reliable stun. So it seems a lot more lockdown coming out of Team United States this time around.
Yeah, 5 seconds left now. Well, what do you know? It's reserve time.
So Team Sweden with only 5 seconds left
Morty. It'll be
for
fine.
the final pick. And they're going to pick up the Shadow Fiend. So it appears that it's... Well, actually, I'm not entirely sure how they're going to lane this. Shadow Fiend, I guess, is going to be in the mid lane, I would assume. Trilly again on the gyrocopter, and it looking possibly like being a loose 4-roll Tuskar, maybe possibly a roaming Tuskar. And BSJ picking up the Wraith King, possibly trying to fool Team Sweden here into thinking that Wraith King is going to be their carry, possibly gonna swap with Irony for the Night Stalker. We'll go ahead and check that out right now. So no, it would appear that Wraith King is going to be the carry played by BSJ. Frozen going to be on the Witch Doctor, Slayer possibly mid lane on the Windrunner, and Irony in the off lane on the Night Stalker, and then Lokarn on the Undying. And for Team Sweden, Aralesko off lane on the Brewmaster. Death Style on the what appears to be a 4-roll. Tuskar, Eskill on the Shadow Fiend in the mid lane. And bottom lane is Trilly on his Gyrocopter, reprising his role as Gyrocopter. And also reprising his role from last game is Frigolite on the Winter Wyvern.
30 seconds till Jit goes ham in the dollar store, Morty.
Looking like the Rune bottom lane is going to be uncontested, given to Team USA. However, top lane going to be hotly contested by both teams. Possibly seeing a first blood here. High level of vision coming out from Team USA already.
Well.
Aggressive wards being placed.
Is he on drugs?
Eskill has taken the bounty rune for the top.
Yo, Rick, that person wasn't carrying their weight anyways. We got this.
And Slayer has taken the bounty rune bottom. So both mid players going to be on even footing. Looks like Tuskar is going to be hanging out in the mid lane and possibly roaming around. We have Lokarn solo off lane against Trilly here in the bottom lane. Frigolite going to be coming down to support Trilly, and it looks like Tuskar as well. Lokarn looking like he's being zoned out of this lane so far. Frigolite standing by, has Arctic Burn skilled already. Frigolite trying to use that extra damage and range from Arctic Burn to move Lokarn out of this lane, but with the Strength Steal, he's probably going to be able to keep himself in here with the extra health and regen. Frigolite coming under tower. Might want to be careful here. He does have Trilly to back him up. Trilly already level 2. Meanwhile, top lane, Aralesko Possibly trying to get something going here, trying to show Team USA that he's not scared of their tri-lane. Mid lane snowball wraparound coming from Steph style. Slayer pops a wind run, tries to get out of there. He's going to throw a few right clicks on Steph style, but ultimately not great for Slayer. He's going to lose his runes as Team Sweden picks up both of them. A little down on health, definitely down on mana. He's going to need some support here from a teammate. He's going to have to play it safe until he can get some form of regen up out there. Frozen stepping forward, doing a little bit of harassment to our Let's go. Meanwhile, mid lane, Frigolete coming in, diving beneath the tower, and Slayer is going to be the first blood. But Team USA not looking to have a repeat of last time. Lokarn comes in and drops the tombstone, giving chase to Steph style. Steph style looking like he might be going down to the zombies. He's going to snowball away, but he's going to go down to the Night Stalker. Night Stalker continuing to give chase to Frigolete. Frigolete pops the tango. Void coming out from Night Stalker. No silence yet. No TPs coming out mid lane, but Eskil is there, and that's going to be enough to force Irony back to his side of the map. Meanwhile, top lane, BSJ diving underneath the tower, under the protection of his creeps against Aralesco. And now that he's lost his creep shield, BSJ's just going to back off. Good vision coming out from the side of Team USA this time, similar to what we saw from Team Sweden in the first game. Though not being quite as aggressive. Eskil trying to make a move on Slayer. Meanwhile, bottom lane, rotation in from Steph style, going to cause the Undying to go down to the Rocket Barrage with Gyrocopter. Irony with not a lot of mana, not going to be able to secure a kill on either of the opposing team's heroes. Trilly moving forward, pops the Rocket Barrage, trying to get Irony down low, moves in underneath the tower, he's taking damage. TP coming in from Lokarn. Slayer making a rotation down from bottom lane, throws down the power shot, not going to be enough to do anything. It looks like Trilly's going to get away. Slayer popping the wind run, trying to get away from Frigolete. Frigolete's going to pop the Arctic Burn, try to get some extra damage, and throws down the Splinter Blast, and Tusk coming out with the shards. Trilly going to be able to do some cleanup work, but he's ultimately going to go down to the decay of the Undying. Just a mess of an engagement down here in the bottom lane. Irony still chasing after Frigolete. He's got to be careful not to get gone on. Lokarn still continuing his march forward, trying to get those last hits on Steph style, but his decay charges are going to start to deplete, and he's going to back off. Rotation coming in from Aralesco. Full health Brewmaster coming in. Lokarn popping a salve, trying to keep Aralesco off of his tombstone. Snowball coming out against Irony. Tusk here might want to be careful. Gonna pop the Void. Irony gonna get the kill. Not really sure what Steph style was thinking there. That's about a 260 gold swing in favor of Team United States. Call down coming out of Trilly, trying to get Slayer. Slayer pops the wind run. He throws down the shackle shot, but it's not going to catch anything. Trilly just pops the Rocket Barrage again, and Slayer is going to go down. Irony makes the rotation, but it's far too late to save his teammate. Meanwhile, top lane, BSJ cutting his way through the trees, trying to get this kill on Frigolete. Aralesco coming in, and a rotation coming out of Steph style, going to trap BSJ with the ice shards. BSJ still taking enough to get out. Snowball coming out from Tusk. Split Earth coming out from Brewmaster. It's going to be enough to get 1 life down on BSJ, but his reincarnation, he's just going to pop back up. Eskil also joining in on this rotation, but BSJ is going to be able to get away. Meanwhile, mid lane, Slayer taking full advantage of this complete rotation from Team Sweden, trying to put some damage here on the tier 1 tower and even up the score here in the mid lane. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Irony with the double damage throws the Void down on Trilly. Trilly pops the call down. Irony gonna move out of the way, and it looks like he's just gonna let Trilly go. Not willing to suffer that damage along with the rocket barrage. Fearful that he might lose his own life in pursuit of that much needed kill. Meanwhile, mid lane, it appears that Slayer has fallen at the hands of Eskil.
Oh boy, Dyer's middle tower's under
Low
attack.
con. Trying to make sure that they don't lose the much desired map control with the loss of this tier 1 tower. Meanwhile, top lane, BSJ and Aralesco exchanging blows. Reincarnation not up on BSJ. BSJ throws down the stun. Aralesco going to be careful, but he does have the primal split still available to him. He's just going to burn a salve and heal up. Slayer moving into the bottom lane, possibly hoping to get some kills here. Steph Style going to throw the snowball. He's going to be going deep under tower. Is Lokar going to be able to throw down the tombstone? He throws down the gank. He pops up the tombstone. Call down coming out from Trilly. It's going to miss Lokarn. Steph Style is going to go down. And while they aren't giving chase to Trilly, he just seems too fast. Void coming out from Irony. Nightstalker making the rotation in. And he's going to go down to the right clicks of Lokarn. Frozen also joining in on this rotation. Meanwhile, top lane, Aralesco giving chase to BSJ. Still only 1 life. Reincarnation not up. BSJ going to pop the salve of his own as Irony makes the rotation in. Not to be seen by Aralesco, possibly looking to secure another kill here. He rotates down. Aralesco, sensing something's up, backs off.
Dyer's middle tower's under attack.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Eskil finding Slayer in the jungle. This does not look good for the Wind Ranger. 4 enemy heroes here in the jungle, all moving towards her. But she's going to activate Wind Run and leave immediately, though still in a precarious situation if they decide to move in for a gank. XP going in the way of Team United States. However, Team Sweden does have a 500 gold lead. Top lane BSJ only 64 seconds away from having reincarnation of rotating in his Steph Style and the Shadow Fiend. BSJ finding himself in some trouble. Snowball coming out, and he's going to go down to the snowball of Steph Style. Aralesco, I believe, was in there as well.
Whoa, Dyer's bottom tower's under attack.
Possible rotation being made from behind the tower. Irony sneaking in between the towers of the Radiant team, looking for a kill, but they've all moved left, possibly trying to get a gank again on this Wind Ranger. It's 0-4. Slayer just having the toughest time as compared to last game where he was utterly dominating while the rest of his team struggled.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
BSJ going a little greedy here with a hand of minus. Mechanism soon to be up on the Undying. Dewarding coming out of Team USA, Team Sweden, buying wards, looking to respond. Meanwhile, top lane, Steph Style, trying to make a play on Lokarn. appears his ice shards are just going to miss, and Lokarn is going to live to fight another day. Team USA possibly looking to make a 3-man rotation. It looks like BSJ is going to run into Frigolite back here. Rotation coming in from the Tusk. BSJ still over here in the jungle. Not sure if Frigolite's seen him. He's going to move down here. The bottom rune. Somebody's going to pick up this bounty rune. It's going to be Slayer. Slayer's going to bottle up the bounty rune. And it looks like they want to make a play on this gyrocopter, who literally knows nothing that 4 people are headed right for him. Frozen's going to be the first to engage. No stuns coming out yet. Call down comes down. Stun coming out of BSJ. Call down going to do a fair amount of damage, but nothing that Witch Doctor's healing ward cannot handle. Meanwhile, top lane, Shadow Fiend taking out Irony's Night Stalker. A small price that Team USA has to pay for the death of Trilly. Steph Style trying to defend this tower. Rotation coming out of Aralesco. Low health, but he still does have his primal split. BSJ possibly diving past the tower. Reincarnation is up. Slayer coming out of the woods. Gets the shackle shot onto Steph Style. Steph Style going to pop the snowball. Tombstone coming out of Lokarn. Steph Style still managing to live. Going to go down to the right clicks of BSJ. Eskil comes in, pops the ult. And the primal split finally ending on the Brewmaster. BSJ still living through this. Reincarnation has not popped. Lokarn still alive as well, albeit low on mana. Tombstone is finally fallen. Frigolite low health, trying to hide in the woods. Call down coming out of Trilly once again. BSJ getting low on health. Has popped the Reincarnation. This is going to be his last life if BSJ cannot manage to get the kill here. He's not. He's going to go down. Frigolite going down to the void of Night Stalker. Night Stalker going to pop his ult for the extra movement speed. It looks like he's going to try to chase down Trilly here in the woods, trying to get some consolation kills here for Team USA, who are currently down in the kills by 1, losing BSJ, Slayer, and Lokarn for only Eskil and Frigolite. Trilly gonna pop the rocket barrage. Night Stalker still giving chase, doesn't care about the damage. Throws an urn charge down on him. He really wants this. Oh, the clutch ice shards coming out of Steph Style. Still not deterring Irony. He still wants to go for this kill. Walrus Punch coming out. Trilly, gotta be careful. 1 void will do him in. But it looks like that's going to be enough to deter Irony, and he's going to move back to base. So in the end, Trilly will escape with his life, still sitting even at 3-3. XP now swinging the way of Team Sweden, along with a 2,000 gold lead. Team USA is going to need some big items coming out of their players rather quickly. Nothing up on Slayer, who's sitting at 0-5. Night Stalker does have an urn, but primarily a support player. Top lane, BSJ getting engaged on by the Brewmaster. Thunderclap comes down, and BSJ is going to fall. No Reincarnation up. Lokarn rotates in, drops the Tombstone. Walrus Punch coming out of the Tusk as Irony comes in, trying to get the kill on Eskil. Death Ward coming down. Eskil will fall, and along with Steph Style falling to the Death Ward of Frozen. Mechanism coming out of Lokarn just in time. That's going to be about a 950 gold swing in favor of Team United States, losing BSJ, but taking out Eskil and Steph Style. Trilly and Aralesco sitting at the Tier 1 mid tower, looking to defend. Frigolite looking to join them. Night Stalker with his ult up, buffs on, and an invis rune, possibly looking for a gank down here. Gotta be careful not to be seen by this bottom tower. He's gonna make his rotation into the enemy team's secret shop. Looks like he's going to possibly catch out 2 here. He at least sees Friggly. Is he going to make the decision to go? Very dangerous. Could get turned on by the entire Team Sweden here. Invis rune about to run out. It looks like he's just going to move back behind the Tier 1 tower, let it fall. Looks like he's going to make a move towards the Tier 1 middle tower, possibly get it to drop, as Team USA has yet to take a tower, and they are currently down to 2 Tier 1 towers. Team Sweden moving through the jungle. Irony trying to stop them from stacking the ancient camp. As Team Sweden moves in, looking like they want to take this Tier 2. Irony needs to link back up with his team. Primal Split coming in to avoid the shackle shot. Looks like Frozen's going to fall. Tombstone coming out of Lokarn. Snowball coming down. Eskill looks like he's going to fall. Winter's Curse coming out of Friggly. Gonna help Steph Style keep his life. Eskill, however, going to fall to Irony. Steph Style still trying to get away. Trilly comes in, pops the Rocket Barrage. Lokarn gonna go down as well as Irony. And BSJ might want to rethink this strategy. He does have Reincarnation up. He's trying to get the kill on Trilly. Clutch Shackle Shot coming out of Slayer, and Trilly is going to go down. BSJ blinking forward with the Wraith Fire Blast is going to get Aralesco, who is only 3 seconds away on his Blink Dagger. Shackle Shot coming out, no, not going to extend, and the Power Shot is going to miss. Wraith Fire Blast coming out of Wraith King blinking forward. BSJ is going to manage to secure the kill on Aralesco. A 3-for-2 trade in favor of Team USA. And about a 1,600 gold swing going their way, and it looks like they're going to be able to take this Tier 1 tower as well. Splinters coming out from Friggly. BSJ does not have Reincarnation. Gets Walrus punched up. Oh, no, he does have Reincarnation. Steph Style engaging. Gonna get healed up. Irony, gotta be careful. Moving away. Pops his ult. Cannot get through the shards. Is going to go down. So while BSJ did manage to secure the tower kill for himself and escape with his life, it did cost him the life of Irony. And it looks like Team Sweden wants to push this advantage by trying to secure this Tier 2 tower for themselves, and it doesn't look like Team USA is going to be able to respond. They're just going to let it fall.
Dyer's middle tower, it's gone. Oh boy, Morty, this is some pretty fantastic stuff happening right here.
Good items, good play coming out of Banana Slam Jamma here in this match. Possibly going to be spotted out by Trilly here. Is he going to engage? There are 2 other heroes on the way. No, BSJ, sensing danger, is just going to blink away as soon as he sees the opposing team's carry. Not foolish enough to think that he might be alone. And although a brief dip in golden XP has gone towards the United States, it is now dipping back in the favor of Team Sweden, and BSJ getting caught out here with no Reincarnation. It's just going to fall to the combined powers of Aralesco and Trilly. Bottom lane trying to avenge the death of BSJ. Team USA engaging. Death Ward coming out, being stopped by the call down. Rocket Barrage coming out. Lokarn is going to go down. Ice Shards coming out onto Slayer. Slayer going to escape. Oh, no. He gets tornadoed up. Steph Style waiting to throw down the Ice Shards. Ice Shards coming down. No, he's going to Shackle Shot before he can get out. Power Shot coming out of Slayer. Slayer possibly consigning himself to die. Pops the hit run for the evasion. He's going to get stunned up, and he's ultimately going to go down to the wall with punch. Oh, no, he's going to go down to the right clicks of Trilly. Another kill going the way of Trilly. And just as things are starting to look up for Team United States, it's not looking good as they're going to lose yet another Tier 1 tower and more map control. Possibly a poor engagement there coming out of Team United States. Engaging without their carry. BSJ underneath tower. Steph Style going to roll in with the snowball. BSJ does have Reincarnate up. He's going to fall. to the call down and rocket barrage of Trilly. Steph Style still keeping his life. Irony pops the blade mail, goes out, gets the right click onto Steph Style. He's going to take him down. BSJ trying to chase down Aralesco. Aralesco does not have Primal Split. Trilly coming in, trying to lay down the damage. It's going to work. BSJ going to fall. Meanwhile, Aralesco safe by the cold embrace of Frigolite, and it looks like Team USA is going full tilt here. They're going to lose this last Tier 2 tower, or excuse me, this bottom Tier 2 tower. Not much that Irony can do here. So it looks like they're going to take this Tier 2 tower and back up. Irony coming, trying to get this final kill on Aralesco. Primal Split is only up in 13 seconds. Is this Cold Embrace going to be enough to get him there? He's going to blink away. Primal Split up in 7 seconds. Steph Style coming back in, throwing down the Ice Shards and the Snowball. Irony losing health quickly. Arctic Burn being popped by Frigolite. Irony trying to get away. Frozen Sigil keeping him there. Ice Shards coming out of Steph Style. Steph Style still giving chase with his Frozen Sigil. Irony looks like he's going to manage to get back to the safety of his teammates. Going to get healed up a little bit by the healing ward of Frozen. Shards still coming out trying to secure that last kill, but the healing ward is just doing too much. And Irony will live. Smoking up. Steph Style looking for a kill. Steph Style, Aralesco, and Frigolite moving bottom. Looks like they're going to find Frozen here in the secret shop, possibly, trying to throw up wards. Frozen going to run into them. Is he going to have time to react? No. Thunderclap comes down along with the Snowball, and Frozen's just going to go down to the right clicks of Frigolite. Meanwhile, top lane. Lokarn being chased down by Trilly and Eskil as Steph Style and Irony, or Steph Style's being chased down by Irony and Slayer. Are these two team fights going to meet up? Lokarn going down to Trilly. Steph Style falling to Irony. Eskil, Aralesco, and Trilly sitting here in this jungle, possibly going to rotate down on top of these two Team USA players. Slayer looking to possibly catch out Frigolite. He knows he's there. He sees that regen and he has to get to it. He gets the regen, and is he going to be able to get off the shackle in time? No, he's not. Frigolite's going to make it away to safety. They do know that Roshan is up. While Team Sweden may have an idea that Team Roshan is up due to the lack of map presence by Team United States, it doesn't look like Team USA is going to go for Roshan at this juncture. BSJ still trying to find his farm, being ever so careful about it. Meanwhile, the dire jungle is inhabited by Team Sweden. They're going to spot out BSJ. BSJ does have Reincarnate up. Is he going to blink away in time? No. Ice Splinters coming out of Frigolite. BSJ losing health quickly to the right clicks of Eskil, and he is going to fall. Is he going to have enough time to get the blink out? Ice Shards come out. Winter's Curse coming down. Right clicks coming out. BSJ goes down. Trilly dropping the call down, trying to keep Team USA at bay. Slayer taking the brunt of the rocket barrage. Lokarn trying to zone out Team Sweden with Decay, but it looks like with their carry down, Team Sweden is going to try to push high ground on Team United States. Buyback is up on BSJ. Shackle Shot catching out Trilly and Frigolite. Lokarn throwing down the DK. Brewmaster jumps in with the Thunderclap and the Primal Split. It looks like Frozen's going to fall. He is going to fall to the rocket barrage. Lokarn pops the ult. Tombstone comes out and goes down almost just as quickly. Ult coming out of Eskil. Trilly being saved by the cold embrace of Frigolite. BSJ does buy back and joins the fray. Slayer BSJ blinking forward. Ray Fire Blast coming out on Steph Style. Team USA really needs to secure some kills here. Fall down coming out once again. Slayer Shackle shots up the Brewmaster and the Shadow Fiend. Walrus Punch coming out onto Irony. He still manages to kill Steph Style. Aralesco under the guise of Glimmer Cape. He manages to get away while Irony loses his life there, along with Frozen. Slayer going down to the Rocket Barrage of Trilly. Blinking forward once again is Aralesco without Primal Split. He's going to try to take on BSJ. Cold Embrace doing its work, healing him up. Trilly gets the Rocket Barrage down on BSJ and again on Frozen, and that's going to be a team wipe. No buybacks for Team USA, and it looks like this is definitely going to be mid-racks here for Team USA, possibly more. As Team USA loses BSJ twice. Have buyback, dieback. Losing Frozen twice in the same fight, and this does not look good for Team USA. Those barracks fall way too quickly. But the real question is Team Sweden going to go for more?
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Steph Style beginning to push in the bottom lane. Eskil just absolutely churning out the damage. Team USA is back up. Call down coming out of Trilly, trying to zone out Team USA. Paralyzing cast coming out. Team USA really hungry to secure some kills here. Void coming out onto Steph Style, but all of Team Sweden is there. Ult going to come out of Eskil, not going to hit very hard. Winter's Curse coming down onto Slayer, going to trap Slayer and Logan. They're both going to go down to Rocket Barrage. Primal Split is back up and is popped by Brewmaster. Frozen going to go down to Rocket Barrage as well, as Trilly is just completely cleaning up this USA team. BSJ going to go down. It's only Reincarnate. And the GGs come out as BSJ loses his life once again. Irony is trying to escape with his life, but his team is already GG'd out. And Team Sweden continuing their absolutely incredible run through ProDota National Cup is going to move to, I believe, 4-0 with a 2-0 sweep of Team USA. A complete roll in the first game. It seemed like Team USA had a foothold here in the second game, but Team Sweden took a commanding late game swing, and that just proved to be Team USA's undoing. So it looks like that's going to do it for us here today. You can probably catch all of Team USA's matches here on this stream, twitch.tv/Elon Rafi, as I will be casting most of Team Stratos games as much as I can. So to anybody who is watching, thank you for joining me. And keep up with the ProDota or ProDota EU National Cup schedule to find all of Team America's games so that you can join me next time.